Hello, and welcome back to another development video. So far, status effects have been a pretty great thing for the player. They increase your strength, hurt other enemies, increase your defense, but what if you get debuffed? I've added in some enemies into a new forest region that debuff the player instead. Let's hop into Shifting Seasons so I can show you the new totem, as well as demonstrate some of the new hosts that I made. This character here is the Navigator, and the special is of course navigating. If I hold down the right mouse button, they pull out their compass, and on it appears a few different totems that are in the area, and when you select one, an arrow appears directing you to that totem. And the arrow stays on whoever is the active host, so you can use the arrow with the Navigator and swap back to a different character that can move faster. In the overworld, the Navigator's compass will be used to find collectible, quest items, other such things. I'm still kind of working through that kind of details. So let's enter into the new forest region here, demonstrated by this winter pine tree. And here I am in the winter world. Alongside having some new items, there's also these adorable enemies here that are also quite powerful. The snowman in particular will freeze the player, stopping their movement, unless there's a speed boosting status effect equipped. This poses a challenge, especially if you're switching hosts and you have a passive host stuck, unable to run away, resulting in them potentially dying. Thankfully, there are two hosts to help with debuffs. The Plague Doctor can treat debuffs and give that character a buff that prevents any debuffs for a set period of time. For example, if I buff this character here and walk in towards the snowman, I will not be frozen. The Plague Doctor can also throw vials to debuff enemies, decreasing their health over time and also their overall strength. In contrast, the Herbalist can treat debuffs and also heal players, making her a cross between the Light Sorcerer and the Plague Doctor. Her healing is the same as the Light Sorcerer, so you can't stack both their healing buffs together, because I found that was way too overpowered. I've also added in a new mini-boss that debuffs players as well. Now this mini-boss poisons players, decreasing their health over time. Having the Plague Doctor or the Herbalist on hand here is useful. How this wasp functions is as you attack it, its invincibility shield pops up after a short period of time. So I found surround attacks to be notably beneficial against it, since you can kill multiple wasps before the invincibility frames up here. This led me to create the Demolitionist, whose special is laying C4s, and their basic attack is detonating them, allowing you to kill multiple wasps before the invincibility frames start. And of course, killing off the wasp unlocks a new item as well. And lastly, I've added in a little tutorial sequence, so when you first boot up a new game, instructions appear along the bottom telling you what each of the 6 functions do, and that way you're not kind of lost right when the game starts up. That's kind of, I'm speed running through it right here as I talk, just so that way you're able to kind of see how it demonstrates how to play, and that way you kind of get a grasp of what's going on, so when you first get into the main game, you're not like, how do I play this? This concludes the current progress video. Thank you for watching.